I want to get both of your perspective differently, from a masculine and from a feminine perspective. First with Janine, how long do you think is too long for an engagement ring?
Um, for me personally, I don't think that you should put an actual number of years to calculate whether it's too long or too short. I think it just comes naturally to us, like, you just wake up and you think of, like going through all the challenges that you've faced together through your relationship. It kind of builds that idea that you do want to spend your life with this person together. It's not about spending 3 years or 4 years down the line with him, but it's about the comfort and, like, the need and the want that you need that you want to be with this person.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know how it's being done. A bit from the West African part. For example, I'm gonna use you and Scott for example. And so you and Scott have been together for like 5 years, and he's like, okay, it's time to walk you down the aisle, and then he puts a ring on that finger after 5 years of dating. Now, when he puts that ring on your finger, is what I'm asking. How long is too long for him to walk you down the aisle?
I don't have an answer to that because I
Okay.
don't like I don't want to calculate like how long is too long for that. I
Uh,
just want it to come naturally for both of us.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Also, in my perspective, I think from like if you put in ring in it, I think maybe you're already set for it. You shouldn't put a ring in it when you're not set for it. So
Yeah.
because according to her, they've been together for a long time. I think she was like 7 years, and then he engaged her for 3 years. 7 plus 3. My goodness, that's a long time. And yeah, I think for me that was a bit too. Anyways, I don't know. Now I want to get this from Scott. As a man, how long do you think is too long for an engagement ring?
Well,
Okay.
I think it's a bit, there's a bit more to the question, because it's not just as a man, but it's as a like where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not only normal for people to be engaged for an extended period of time, it's also normal for people just to never get married in Australia. It's just,
Sure.
it's very common. A lot of people here have children and live together for their whole lives without ever getting married. Um, Definitely the minority. Most people do get married, but I don't- it's not something that I can put a time frame on. Everyone's different. Sometimes it could be you want to get engaged for other reasons. It could be to satisfy cultural needs or things like that. Um, and maybe more money or time or planning is needed to pull off the wedding. It really just depends on the person and what they expect from the wedding. And in my opinion, that's what dictates how much time should pass.
Okay, let's go. And I have this. I would like to ask this question. Sorry about that. I'd like to ask this. What if, like, for example, you guys are together and God forbid this happens, God forbid this happens. What do you do when your partner mistakenly calls you the name of his or her ex, right, constantly? Like, for example, maybe Janine's ex, his name is, let's
She
say,
doesn't have a proper ex. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
He doesn't consider my exes as proper exes.
So maybe, for example, her ex's name is, let's say, James, and whenever she's with you, she's like, "Oh, James," and then she's like, "Sorry," and then she calls you again, "Oh, James." She constantly calls you the name of her ex, or maybe Janine, he mistakenly calls you the name of his ex, like maybe her name was Sandra, to say, and every time it's like, "Oh, Sandra, oh, Sandra, oh, Sandra," God forbid. Scott, what do you do when Janine mistake? For example, what should a partner do when their spouses mistakenly calls them constantly the name of their ex?
It's a tricky question again, because it's going to be a very rare scenario that's ever going to happen. Um, I guess
Hi.
I would be one. I guess I'd be wondering, what is there? Is there something about me that reminds? them of their ex.
Mm-hmm.
That's I guess that I would just ask honestly, is there anything like is there something specifically that reminds you of your ex?
Mm-hmm. In my perspective, I'll be thinking maybe they've been in communication for a while, and because for example, if I'm in constant communication with you, and maybe when I'm with Janine, I'll be like, oh Scott, and like, oh sorry, 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 and then I'll be like, oh Janine. Maybe they've been in communication for a while, or he still has his head in the game, like
I
he's thinking.
think it, I think it also depends on how close the name is, like
Mhm,
especially if it begins with a very similar
mhm.
sounding noise, because that's actually something that I have to be careful of because majority of my exes start with a j sound, so
Uh,
I have to be careful of that.
That was a good one. Janine, what do you do? What do you advise? What do you think is right to do when one spouse is mistakenly called the name of the ex?
I don't think I'm a good person to ask for advice for that because in our relationship, I tend to be the emotional one and he tends to be the logical one. So
She'd
Yeah.
cry. That's what she's saying. She cries at everything.
Oh, really? So then, how do you tend to pamper her when she cries? Because you're a bit far. Oh, you send voice note?
oh, he enjoys it, but he
I
likes me.
send I send her a picture of a pygmy marmoset and tell her to stop being paranoid and over emotional like a little creature.
Oh, that's a cool one. That's a cool one. And Janine, that works for you, right? Because you say he knows how to calm you down whenever you're mad.
Yeah. I mean, he used to do like those head massages back when he was here. He used to do this to me when he knows that I'm upset about something.
Okay. That's like a massage, I think, right?
Yeah. And I don't know, sometimes it would work, but
Oh,
other times I just wanted a free massage. So
oh, okay. It's cool. Oh, so Scott, do you usually get a head massage? Oh, it's a therapy or it's something you just did out of random?
Honestly, I don't remember doing it, but there you go. Apparently, I did it.
Mhm.
It's almost a year ago now, so
yeah.
Okay, just a moment. A lot of questions are coming in, but then I had promised I will not keep you guys for too long. I promised 30 minutes for the duration. So I don't do you guys mind if we tag you on the video on Instagram handles and Facebook? Is it okay?
go for it.
All right. Okay, that's great. So, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. And for now, we've come to the end of today's edition on relationship sagaciousness. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please make sure you follow us on Facebook, share our page. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe and why not hit the bell notification so that whenever we upload a video, you're the very first. And please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and any other social media handle. And I see a lot of you have questions for Scott, and it's Janine. Like I think her name is appearing on her screen. It's not a J, it's a G. Yeah, a lot of questions. So I think their social media handles will be left in the comment section below. And any other questions you have for them, you can message them, and I'm sure they'll be available to answer your questions. Scott, do you have a book? Are you writing a book or not yet?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm not much for writing.
Oh, okay. That's cool. What about you, Janine? You have an
No.
upcoming book? Okay, great. No problem. So that will be cool. And I hope you guys don't mind. Maybe we would like to have you again for another edition or another season, but then it's going to be a dual, another couple. We have another couple coming in from Canada, and the other one is in Nigeria. So they merged. It's a long distance couple as well. So we'll be having like three couples long distance and be having a better segment. So would love to have you guys again in another session.
Sure.
Sure.
Great. Scott, do you have a native language in Australia? Do you speak any of your native languages in Australia?
Just English.
Oh, just English. All right, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, and really, that's the majority language here.
Okay, that's cool. So Janine, since you have another language, could you do us a favor of saying subscribe to Content Plug TV in Tagalog?
um, oh my gosh, I don't even know what subscribe is in Tagalog. I failed my I failed my country.
Can you
But what was I going to translate?
subscribe to Content Plug TV?
Mag-subscribe po tayong lahat sa Contents Plug TV and make sure to like their videos as well.
Okay, thank you. I think I had most of English in it. That's great. Okay, this is the end of today's edition. Thank you all so much for joining. Especially you, Scott. I understand the time difference is killing, but then you made up time to join
It's
us
9
today.
p.m. It's all right. It's pretty
Uh,
early, to be honest.
okay, I thought you'd be sleeping by now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got the next week off work.
Oh, that's good. Good for you. I wish I was that way so I could sleep. That's cool. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm really honored. Oh, by the way, my name is Blessing. Sorry, I was trying to remember my other name. Yeah, Blessing, like BLESSING. And Janine, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consistency and your support. And stay tuned. Adios.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Scott.